Hello and welcome. Brew yourself up a cup of that follow flight fuel. It's time for round one of the 2021 Idlewild Open. I'm Jeremy Koling. I'm joined by Paul Ulibarri. It's BigBarri commentary. Hello.
Yummy, yummy. Grip 6 low profile Kevin Jones, a regular on the show, tied 14th last year. He's looking to do better than that.
Get back to his championship ways out here. His first big win was at this very course a couple of years ago.
Calvin Heimburg, minus 20 last year. That's pretty good, if you ask me. Eric Oakley, he's been kind of trending upward. I know he's been working on himself a lot lately, and I'm excited to see how he does. And, of course, Chris Dickerson, second place finish last year. He's looking to just go up one spot.
This course suits him so well, as do really any disc golf courses that have shots to be thrown. Chris Dickerson is so familiar with this type of track, very similar to what he knows in Tennessee. All right, hole one, par 4, 638 feet, the easiest hole in the course. Got to get it.
Hello, my name is Adam Jones. I'm the tournament director for the Idlewild Open. Well, lucky for us, disc golf in our region has been around since the 70s. And at that time when I started in 90, our club had gotten to the point where we had 8 or 9 courses in town. And after 31 years of playing, we are currently at 43 courses and growing. This course in particular was designed by Fred Salas and Bob Herbert in early 2000. Nowadays, you can see this course has evolved quite a bit. So we actually created this event specifically for the tour. This land is actually owned by the airport. Normally we have planes going over every 5 or 6 minutes. As most people see, every course or venue is unique to that area. We're in northern Kentucky. We've got some great hills. Other than that, this is one of the more wooded courses that we see on the tour. Besides the big trees, we got a lot of younger trees. We got a lot of bad kicks deep into the rough, so scramble rate is very critical here. Not just power stuff, but accuracy is most important. We don't try to modify too much year to year. We want to keep it to the original design as much as possible. It's extremely difficult to pick a favorite or signature hole. There's several. You know, one's a great opening hole. I'd like to see it more of a part 3 for pros, but I don't mind giving them the eagle opportunity, and it makes for exciting video. 2 with that shot over the pond. Since that basket's been placed further back on that hill, it's become one of the more challenging or difficult holes. The last 3 or 4 holes, they can make and break you. I mean, you can be doing hot on the front. Once they get into that back 9 stretch, it's brutal.
Yeah, a nice check-in there from Adam Jones. Great preview of this course. One of the player favorites.
Kevin Jones.
Yeah, Kev.
And really, these tight-wooded tracks have become a fan favorite as well. People really enjoy seeing the pros kind of put in their place a bit. Kevin's going to go with a big flex. The D2. Very understable driver. He's going to have to put a lot of hyzer on this one.
Yeah, he likes those hyzer flips. Watch the follow through. His hand's going to be way high in the air.
Oh, this is money.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, this is super
baby.
money.
Shot.
Could have skipped.
Let's go,
Oh
Kev.
my God. Is he circled? Is he?
Reset, man. Good
I
reset.
think he's just outside circle 1.
Oh my God. That's 600 feet on a rope.
Up next out of Tampa Bay, Florida, representing Team Innova, Calvin Heimburg.
Yeah, let's go,
That
Calvin.
shot was ridiculous.
Hey.
Yeah, the control, the knowledge of knowing exactly what that disc is going to do that's a 9 out of 10 in the tough skill.
Calvin's going to go with the destroyer. Thing to avoid here is any sort of mistake left. It's out of bounds on that wood line the whole way. Calvin getting that thing to drift nice late. So much trust up high, and this is just as good.
Let's go, baby.
Just a little bit shorter than Kevin's. But, I mean, there's 2 eagle looks right off the bat.
Yeah, if he just gets that about 5 feet farther.
Pensacola, Florida, representing Team Natty, Dynamic Disc and Whale Sack, Eric Oakley.
He hits that downslope and then just filters all the way to the basket.
Eric's got a ton of distance. I don't think he has quite Kevin Jones, Calvin Heimburg distance, but I mean, we've already got 2 eagle looks. Might as well make it 3.
Yeah, and their shots were so similar with the kind of steep hyzer late flip. Let's see if he can. Nope.
Ooh, that's not letting the disc work.
Yeah, that's exactly
That's
what Kevin and
Sidearm from there.
Calvin were able to do. They can trust it at that tree and down the fairway. And for most players, when they throw it high at that tree, it fades left OB.
Representing Team Prodigy, Chris Dickerson.
Let's go, Chris.
Is this a roller?
I don't know. No, it's a D1.
Okay.
Chris is more of a put a lot of angle on it kind of player to get these late flips. He can get a hyzer flip shot, but look at this. Look at the use of flex there. I mean, those are 3 choice A1 drives right there. Incredible stuff.
Yeah, and the thing about this hole is, even if you don't get to like where they are, just like Eric said after he throws it, just a sidearm from there.
Correct. And they're with a good approach here.
This has got to go.
With a good approach, yeah, that's a good approach. With that approach there, he might not lose anything to those 3 drives. I mean, those are eagle looks, but they're all lengthy, and it's a very scary elevated putt. Oh, and it's very fast behind. Calvin able to put the brakes 25 feet long. Chris, you can tell that's very conservative effort.
Yeah, the want was
green.
almost there.
Correct. Kevin obstructed by the tree a bit.
Yeah, Kev.
If he misses at all right there, that disc is. See ya.
What a way to start. What an eagle. Only player in the field to pick up the 2 on hole 1.
Very surprising. I feel like this was a kind of right there for the taking today for a lot of the field, because we had a pretty strong tailwind. Kind of helps you get down there for a look. I'm surprised nobody made something from circle 2, kind of like Kevin, or even a little bit farther. I mean, those drives that Calvin and Dickerson had, it's kind of like a little landing zone for most of the field.
Woo!
We got a star frame +1. Call that a galaxy frame.
You accidentally called it right. A star flame. I like that, dude. It's the first time I've heard that. Well done, man.
Star flame.
You're so good in the morning. How do you do it?
I don't know, man. Hole 2, par 4, 601 feet. The play is a sidearm off the tee, left side or right side of that tree in the middle, just to get you up the hill and set yourself up for a very scary 280-foot approach to a green, which is a severe right to left slope towards the pond, OB on the left.
I've made a tradition of really placing a nice shot off the tee, kind of like this one.
Oh, wow.
And then making sure that I lose my favorite disc in the pond on the left and getting an easy par up the hill. Let's see if these guys...
Kevin's in a good position to do a little bit better. That was a great drive.
Yes. This is taking on those trees.
Yeah, and he's gone the inside route, and that's going to be okay because he made it past, but getting up that hill is paramount. It gives you so much better footing on your second shot, angle, and you also don't have to worry about getting over the hill.
Clean, baby.
Look at that flip up in the inside. Oh, a little tree hit. It's still going to be fine.
Now, none of these guys are trying to go inside here. They're all trying to go on that left side route. They get to the flat up top. So everybody getting a little sneaky so far. No harm, no foul.
Backhand turnover, kick into the nothingness.
I mean, that is the problem with the backhand there. A kick left can go a long ways. Very surprising he didn't just do this right off the tee.
Yeah, it's
He's going, whoa. Whoa.
Shot, Chris.
Whoa.
that's a sick shot.
Yeah, that was
Stand still.
incredible.
Stand still, probably 370 to get across or to land where he did. And there you can see the footing issues with that downhill or uphill lie.
This looks great too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these are all
That's par.
pretty good.
Yeah, you're not running that putt. I don't care how aggressive you feel like you're going to be. That well,
I think they are.
I think yeah.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, it's early in the round. It's first day. Eric just looking like a soft lander. What a shot.
Lacy lace. What a shot there from Eric. Kevin, this is
Slide past it.
eating.
Spot all day.
Okay, okay. It looked like it was going to get a little leaky at the end, but held on. Very straight putter. With Eric's side approach on hills, or I mean on all of his lies, do you think that it helps him on hillsides?
Looks like it.
The shot did not seem difficult for him at all. And
Let's
Kevin,
go, bud.
what a start. 3 down through 2. That's what we saw last week from Calvin over at Eureka.
Looks like we might have missed Calvin's layup.
Yeah, they probably stepped up real quick and just didn't even want any part of that action. And I think it's a smart play early on. A par here feels just fine. It's a difficult hole, averaging exactly even. And when you see a hole averaging the par on tour, it usually says quite a bit about how difficult it can be.
I could try to throw it to the tee pad on the right and somehow make it in that lake. I swear there's magnets in there.
Hole 3, par 3. 407 feet, 25 feet of elevation drop. De-elevation? I don't know. Gotta get over this hill, and then there's an out of bounds blind creek down here that you know is just waiting to gobble up your birdie chances and turn them into bogeys. Kevin going F5.
Little pooled,
Yeah.
and this has a chance to go in that creek.
I think so, dude.
Did it get all the way across? Oh, okay, did not. Yeah, that's where the OB really gets tough to avoid. If you turn it over to the right, it gets almost impossible to get across.
What?
Yeah, it's just
hit
filters that way because you put the power
Yep.
to.
Oh, you lucky dog. Let's go.
Wow. Oh, I love
shot,
that.
Eric.
What a just all right. We get a fall flight too. But you put the power to go straight at it.
Don't
And
hit
so
that.
when you stretch that and you pull it right,
Oh, you lucky dog.
that
Let's go.
exact power is going to be right in the middle of the creek, unfortunately.
I don't know how lucky that was, Eric. That looked pretty clean.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Maybe missed his line a bit, but
Has Calvin ever missed his shot?
not in about 8 years.
Just a laser beam.
You just get over the creek. Over the
Oh.
bad break there. I mean, that's inches higher, and he's parked. I'm not even going to say that he missed the shot. The
Yeah,
shot looked beautiful.
totally.
I mean, the line was
Kind of a bad break to hit the other side, too.
Yeah.
I don't know if the spotter will mark it, and they definitely can't see what exactly happened from
Correct.
up top. Now, that's a nice play. I like the play to move the disc from right to left there down that hill. Leave yourself a wide open putt.
And Calvin does get it on the short side of the creek, as he should, and able to collect the par.
Well, then that wasn't the right spot, correct?
Was it? I thought that he did hit the.
He did, but then
Okay.
bounced back, hit the other side.
Oh, the other safe side.
Yeah.
Oh, it's where it last crossed in bounds. I see what you're saying. I did not catch that. Kevin also saving the par.
Still perfect.
Yeah, exactly. He's got a little everything so far. This can be. Oh wow, good touch there on this run.
That's a tough look right there. You obviously could tell that he squared up the tree in his line, and then with the weird stance and the wind, the low branches, the
Yeah.
OB behind it. I mean, that was a 8 out of 10 in the tough scale.
Eric collecting the only birdie here on the card, and he is tied with Kevin now at 3 under. Great starts.
I'm Paul Ulibarri with today's Bushnell hole breakdown. You can find the Edge Disc Golf Rangefinder at the
Handsome
link in
boy.
the description. Hole 4 is a classic risk-reward type hole. Mortal humans will try to lay up in the fairway for an easy par, and superheroes will try to conquer the distance to get in the circle for a birdie look. And the villain, known as the OB on the left, will try and steal a stroke. Will you be a hero? Let's see how it plays out.
A little comic book lore coming into disc golf today. I like that.
What would Eric be?
I think Eric is the safety sidekick right now. He's just trying to guide you along the way. That's a very Robin type play.
Oh, mortal. We must protect him at all costs.
A good smart play from Eric. Just taking that great start, not jeopardizing any sort of negative result. Kevin doing the same thing.
Gosh, thank goodness. A lot of times I say stuff like this and then they just all park it, and I just have the dumbest hole breakdowns ever after that.
Calvin steps into the chat. Oh, surprisingly.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, a low release. A bit of a miss there from Calvin, but it's pretty much the same result as Kevin's and Eric's.
That's honestly a smart, not a smart, but that's the right miss. Is turning it too far over, not getting the height right, and then you have all that fairway to work with if you're going to go for the backhand shot. If you do get the height right, then that's when you see them kind of flexing out and getting in the circle. Oh.
I was going to say, this approach is not one to be taken for granted. It seems like, come on, how hard can it be to throw just a 100-foot approach? It shouldn't be, but the slope actually ends up making this shot a little awkward unless you get to jump putt range, and then it's usually pretty easy.
Oh, I found so many different ways to mess up 100-foot up shots in my career. Like, different things that I'm like, whoa, that's a new one.
Yeah,
nicely done.
Yeah, okay. That's great creativity.
Innovation at its finest.
Yes. Yeah. Calvin, who cares about a bad approach? What a great putt. Good save.
On my way.
In this game, preparation is everything. It gives you that edge to become something from nothing. Success is not by accident. Because you know, the course plays no favorites. You know what it takes to be the best. In this game, detail matters. Idio Sports.
How we doing?
The second hardest hole in the course we just played. Only 10 players in the field able to pick up the 2, and it's right there in front of you. Love that hole. Hole 5, par 4, 555 feet. The play is either a turnover backhand, a big roller, or a forehand, with the roller probably giving you the best potential to get a look onto this very well protected green, which has a snaking OB that goes all the way down the left side and around the green.
Well, that's not
Early bird.
not that bad.
Hopefully. He's hoping for an early bird. That's just a layup from there.
Take a second.
Yeah, and that's fine, actually. The difficulty in this hole becomes
That's the one.
if you throw a great drive like Kevin has here, the second shot is tricky. It's a very short shot, but it is a very delicate approach, and out of bounds is just looming. Calvin going turnover.
I love it.
I was a
wow,
bit
yeah,
concerned with
that was not ever going to be safe.
that was even if without the trees, with the tree kicks. I mean, he needed a really good break there. Unable to get it.
I like the shape of it. Just a little left.
Surprised to not see a single roller. I know Kevin and Chris love rollers, but look at this turnover line. That thing was cooking.
Now he's going to be left with a little tricky upshot for sure.
And
this is a good play. You can just
Eric.
throw it short,
Yeah.
play for the 55 to 45 footer.
I love that. There's nothing stopping your disc from creeping over that wall OB if he tries to get a little cute, get it too close, make the putt a little shorter. Just give yourself a little safe range.
He's always going to be a little cute.
I mean, look at those high socks. Calvin's going to be in Bogeyville.
This is a tough spot. This is the turnover gets the kick to the right, and now he's got
What a gap.
No way, babe.
Double gap.
No, sit.
Oh,
Yeah, Chris.
oh
Jeez.
What, hit that
wow.
turf?
That was clinical.
Yeah. Spoon feed him a birdie.
And Kevin having to
Yeah, bud.
really,
Good touch.
oh, it hits the backside wall there, which keeps the
Kev.
disc in bounds. Nicely done from both Chris and Kevin as
This has got to be in. I just have a feeling that he's not even going to run it. That's what I was going to say.
yeah, good intuition.
Yeah. It's just what I do, you know?
Get it there.
When you do this for as long as I've done it, you just kind of have those
Yeah,
feelings.
sure. Eric with a chance to steal a birdie and just over the top. Still a good start for Eric.
Big bird,
An
bud.
even better start for Kevin now as he moves to 4 under. Chris's approach shot. Just a technician.
Yeah. That was another just, there's not very many players who would even go for that, much less. I mean, if he executed it there, he'll do it tomorrow as well. I think he's that good at those shots.
Very.
And I make that point a lot on coverage that inside 200 feet, like that's where we make our money. You know,
Yep.
the drives or whatever, everybody can throw it far, but if you can throw it inside
Well.
250 feet, you're going to be able to get up and down. You know?
Yeah, on tour we can all throw it far, but a lot of our listeners are thinking, we can't do that.
Yeah, but if you always clean up inside 250 feet and
Yes.
you're putting them close,
Yep.
you're going to beat all your friends all the time. And Big Jerm. I'm just,
Kevin going roller.
oh, jumper? Oh, gets
So-
wrecked.
Not a double jumper, but pretty good result after going up that first dam.
They all like the rollies.
You running? Flip
This
Rollers.
looks like perfect stuff. Speeding around the berm.
Look at that.
Yep.
Look at that. Oh, that is another gem from Chris Dickerson. Surprised we don't get to watch that rollback. We'll shout out this other disc golf production team with the spin back. I meant to call to fall flight.
That might need help. Come on,
Eric
wind.
has got a little
on,
too much
wind, help.
cut.
I thought you were talking about the beautiful bean footage.
I might
Is-
be out of
I didn't
Oh,
even-
that beautiful bean footage.
I didn't even get the reference.
I wasn't trying to say spin back. I was trying to call a fall flight for a roller because it's spinning.
Yeah.
A rollback. Adam, whatever.
Let's just hope they weren't.
Air shot
They're on the grass. Not
to Circle's Edge, it looks like.
Yeah, that is another nice play. The roller, obviously, the preferred play amongst these guys here.
This is a nice little catching area right there.
Okay, so the lightning delay has just come and passed. It seemed a lot longer when we were on the course, but for you guys, it was just a mere second.
Yeah.
Ended up being about just under an hour delay for just lightning in the area.
Thing about the lightning delays, you get to practice your lie.
That's right.
So the
No way! Oh, wow. Kevin waited an hour to jump over. Oh, my gosh. That was so cool.
oh my gosh, Kevin, calm
You
down.
talk about superhero stuff. What is that, man? That is a flying Kev man.
Wow, KJ USA, dude.
That was Putt Jump Jones. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. What a roller.
Yeah, that's as good as it gets, really.
Ooh, a little on the high side, but that'll do. Did he really jump over that?
That was sick. He had to. I mean, Kevin.
He did not have to.
Well-
I've seen standstills before in this game a couple times.
From Kevin from jump putt range. That was sick. What a start now. Kevin 5 through 6 with 2 pars. Unreal. Hole 7, par 4. Take us to it, Paul.
Yeah, par 4. This is out of bounds, obviously, in this pond area. Clearly marked. There's a drop zone that leaves this tunnel. It's really hard to get up and down. You just want to make the first initial gap into that landing zone area and then have this really technical dealer's choice up the hill. What do you throw your best straight?
Most of these guys, I think, are going to go for the forehand just because the backhand, if it...
I think Dickerson might go backhand, and I think that was out of bounds.
Kicks OB, and that's going to... We're going to get to see that drop zone come into play. It is a very challenging drop zone.
Never mind. He confuses me. Sometimes he goes backhand on sidearm holes, and he goes sidearm on backhand holes.
Likes to keep you guessing, and that's the kick you're looking for if you miss your line a bit. Just off to the left. Fortunate break there for Chris. So he'll be throwing 2 from where Kevin's throwing 3. Basically the same lie.
Oh. Zoom meeting.
Yeah. Eric will throw a felon well if you give him a chance. It's just a bit long of the landing zone. It's going to be probably a from the knee forehand turnover from where Eric landed.
I think he'd probably prefer that.
Yeah, it's not a bad play. I mean, it's not a bad stance either. You like that.
Inside, yeah, bud.
And I think he's looking to be inside for the backhand turnover.
Correct.
And Dickerson is looking for something special here.
If this holds, there's a one little tiny gap on that left side, and Chris almost hits it.
It's a look.
That's close, bud.
Ain't great.
So, Kevin, can you keep the hot start going by getting up and down? Wow, what a shot.
I think that's closer than a jumper.
Yeah, I don't think that he's outside the circle.
Wow. Great sidearm there for Calvin.
Well played to 27 feet.
Yeah, no turnover for him.
So he'll stay on his feet, but it's still going to be that turnover forehand line for Eric, and just missing it.
Oh my gosh, that sucks so bad.
And that could bring bogey into play if he gets to a bad spot.
One thing with Eric is you'll never have to wonder what he's thinking. Ever. 2 cards ahead of him.
Eric, full personality.
Eric,
Oh no.
yeah, man.
That
Darn it.
that was a misplay. He had plenty of space there. It's going to be one that he's going to need to make this putt to salvage the par. Wow.
Good putt.
Good putting can solve a lot of problems.
The great equalizer.
Yes, it is.
My fellow commentator who is not here calls that a poor man's currency.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, Calvin. there you
Alvin collecting the birdie, and that's going to bring him back to 1 down. Bit of a slow start on this course for Calvin.
go. Yeah, Kev.
Kevin just keeping things rolling. 2 saves now from OB drives. An eagle, a flying Kev man. I mean, he's really shown us everything so far. And Dickerson will stay at 3 under par. We're going to move right along to the second easiest hole on the course. It's because it's a par 5 that's 576 feet. Relatively short, but the angle makes up for the short distance and its difficulty. You have to throw either a turnover forehand or a backhand hyzer flip to get into position. From there, it sets up an uphill, tight gap that goes to a blind green, past all these skinny trees, to a left to right sloping green.
If you're not throwing a sidearm on hole, on this hole, you're madman, because it shapes very well for this shot right here.
Yes.
This is just pretty much perfect.
Yep. A little bit of turnover. You don't need to get a ton of distance really to put yourself in position. You just have to hit the angle.
And the thing about it is this is the shot that most everybody has. Like, it's not a hyzer flip or a technical straight shot. It's literally a shank sidearm.
Yes, right. And if you want to get a ton of distance, then you can try to shape something a little bit more, I don't know what the right word is, technical.
Yeah.
But
you know what I mean? It's when you go to throw a slight turnover and then you just yank it left.
and
That's
it
the
works
shot.
out. Yeah, correct. Chris he's not a shanker, so he doesn't know how to shank shots. He ends up throwing just a kind of bad one.
Yeah, he shanked it.
But he shanked a shank.
How do you do that, Chris?
I don't know.
That's double bad.
And this is triple bad. Look, he is behind a lot of bad things here. This has got to be very understable.
Wow.
That is so good. To get to that spot in 2 from that lie is very, just creative and also incredibly skillful.
Oh, a little on the turnover side. Dang.
This hole is so close to being the hardest hole in the course because it kind of feels just like a par 4. In most places, this is a Nate Heinold par 3. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, right.
this could easily just be a par 4. But I guess this is going by local scoring averages and people just getting their lunches handed to them. Still a great opportunity to get the 3, and we're not going to see one here on this card today.
Yeah, this is a easy par 4 on some other courses.
Well, 4.42. That's a pretty tough par 4.
All right, on Northwoods Black.
Yeah, this is like mid difficulty par 4. Chris is going to be in trouble. Unfortunately, that second shot didn't net him the availability to save the par. Or I guess it was still available.
Yeah, boy.
There's a bird.
Mm-hmm. There's a bird.
Thank you.
Bird.
Bird spotting.
Touch.
Now this one needs work to join the club and donate to charity. Come on.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
That'll just be a par.
sad panda.
Yeah, sad panda indeed. And we had 11 players with the 3 here. And that's more eagles than hole 4 saw birdies. Shout out to, you said a backhand play. I saw Ezra Robinson on my card go backhand flip up, which is, I'm already thinking, you're crazy, man. Just throw shank over sidearm. And then backhand roller to like 3 feet. Backhand. Yeah. Hole 9, par 3. 258 feet. This is a sidearm or a backhand turnover play. Steep hill behind the basket.
Oh,
This is looking really nice. Calvin, great touch. A little heavy on the skip angle, and that's what happens. If you come in with angle in this hole, it tends to want to roll away.
in the circle though. You're loving the gap.
Oh, wow.
I forgot about
What
this.
is up there? Okay, a par, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, he could run that.
sure. This is a bit hot, and that's going to run deep, like you called it. It's just you have to land flat on this green.
At least with a putter. That had a chance with that angle to do kind of what Calvin's did.
Yep.
And this is surprising that Chris doesn't go sidearm here. He goes like I said, he chooses backhand on some and then sidearm on some. He knows his game though. This has got to be super flippy.
This looks good.
Oh, get it.
Is it in?
Let's go, dude! Yeah!
Oh my God.
What the heck?
Look at him.
He doesn't care.
How stoic. Chris Dickerson with the ace and just walking back to his back like he expected it.
Come on.
Oh, this is what we need to see. Look at this thing.
Oh, it's perfect.
We've seen 2 aces on this hole.
Look at this shot. An inch over the rim on the stripe.
We've seen 2 aces on this hole, and neither of them have been sidearms. I need to rethink my entire career. Oh, Kevin does get aggressive and might have to pay the price. That is a strong
after
roll
you
away.
see somebody throw it in from 250 feet, you're like, oh.
That basket's huge.
These guys were like, what?
Oh my gosh. I can't believe his reaction. Cool guys don't watch explosions.
Yeah, bud. Great comeback.
Wow.
Great comeback, dude.
This dude is working on the front 9. Kevin, 6 down.
No bogues.
I mean, essentially that's 3 par saves from really bad spots. Oh, my goodness. Give the man the birdie.
I just can't believe how he didn't even care. He's just like, yeah, get off me. I'm going to ace the next one too. So don't get too excited.
I mean, he gets the par on hole 8. Everyone else gets the birdie. And then he comes out with the ace. Everyone else gets the par. He comes out ahead 1 stroke in those 2 holes. Let's look at the front 9. Chris Clemens off to a ridiculous start, folks. 7 under par. You thought Kevin Jones was kicking butt. Also, Tim Barham, 6 down. Some good scores in the front 9. We expected to see that. I mean, normally this course is difficult, but 1 week after playing Northwood Black, and this course seems a little bit easier to hit these fairways. Thank you so much to the Founders Club. We got 9 more holes of action here from the first round at the 2021 Idlewild Open. Come on back.